people don't realize, and this goes into integrative health and lifestyle medicine. My mom's in that realm. You don't realize that your physical health affects your creative output and your creativity, which it does in the quality of your thoughts and your mood. Like for me, sleep has always been the worst thing. I can never, because I worked in the nightlife industry for 5 years. Even before that, I was a nocturnal, like I'm just naturally a night owl. But I noticed when I forced myself for 66 days straight to go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6 every morning, it completely brought me out of depression. It brought me out of this darkness. And I was the most, those 6 months that I kept doing it, I was the most, that's when I finished my film. That's when I like started my next few projects. I was the most productive I've ever been, and I was the most creative I've ever been without any supplementation or weed or whatever. Like I was like on fire just from fixing my sleep schedule and building that one healthy habit. And then when I started exercising, it was even more like I just be leaving the gym and these ideas would start downloading.
100%, bro.
And people don't realize like, oh, sometimes people are like, I gotta focus on my craft. I can't go to the gym, or I gotta stay up all night. Sure, you might get something out of it in the immediacy of it. But like if you're doing it for like weeks at a time or longer, you're neglecting your physical health. But it starts with your physical, then moves to your mental, then your emotional, and then your spiritual, and it's all connected, bro.
Hundo P, man.
It's like a chain reaction,
bro. It's exactly it, and I've literally felt that over the past like few months of doing that. My sleep has always lacked, bro. I used to sleep at like 4 or 5 a.m., wake up at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., like both just completely backwards, and it was the worst shape, worst like mood I've ever been in. Yeah. But now it's like, like 11:30 p.m. is like what I aim for, and then wake up.
I still battle with it.
Like, every day.
It's just part of who I am. It's something I need to manage, because if I slip,
you're done.
I have one good night and I stay up or go to a party, or like I write some really dope shit late one night. I'm just like, I really like this. It's like it sucks me in.
Yeah, it's not worth it though. And that's the other thing I learned too is by having habits in place. What I used to do like earlier in my career that held me back a lot was I would be ruled by like how I felt, which means, like I didn't have a schedule of like, okay, I'm gonna write from this hour to this hour.
Oh, right.
I just kind of like did everything in one big chunk of time, but then like I wouldn't like set boundaries for myself. So I'll be up like maybe writing at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., fuck up my sleep, wake up late the next day. Now I'm groggy all day. Just like your whole day's mixed up. But now it's like, okay, no matter how I feel, regardless of how you feel, you should just like set like an hour or two and be like, okay, I'm only gonna write from this hour, this hour. Once I hit this time, like you have to just wrap it up. Because you can't, that's how you build that habit. And it's really worked for me now, and I'm happy, like fucking finally I found something. But
time blocking.
The time blocking, man, is the biggest thing, bro. What is that?
How's it go again? Prior preparation prevents poor performance.
Oh shit, yeah. I mean, I understand like So I think that's the most important thing is just like, being able to like not be ruled by how you feel. That's how you build that temperance. That's how you build like the
emotions are dead.
Because like if you let your emotions run loose, bro, like that's how you build chaos in your life.
I mean,
1,000%.
I just find that sometimes great ideas come sporadically, and you're like shopping and you're looking at your bananas. You're like, this would be a funny skit.
No, I get it.
But like, how do you like fit that into that time slot? Because actually, a funny story. I was watching a podcast with Mark Anthony.
Senegal,
and he was talking about like his most viral videos just were like random.
Yeah.
So like, sometimes you can't really.
Yeah, I know.
When you sit down and write, it's not. I don't know. It just feels not as effective. I don't know.
No, I see. Okay, so I'm not saying like you shouldn't. If you have those like random, really brilliant ideas, not to like do something about it. I'm saying like. You can have the idea, but like immediately write it down. Whatever you're doing, obviously. Like sometimes, like I'm literally like about to sleep. I'm like, oh fuck, that's hilarious. I'll just go quickly. I'm not supposed to look at my phone because like blue light will also fuck my sleep. But like it is what it is. Sometimes like there are moments. You're still human, right? You're still human. Like whatever. Like there are moments where it's okay to do that, because I think like as long as you like at least get a little bit out of on paper or your phone, like, and then just wait till tomorrow. I think that's the way to do it. And like I've had those moments too where it was a random idea I wrote it like a quick outline on my phone, my folder. Next day I filmed it, boom, went viral.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's still possible to do it like if it's scheduled, but like, you know, maybe like take the time, like crunch it like a lot more than what you're used to. Like rather than like you thinking of the idea, you're in bed and then you're like, oh, fuck it. Let me just stay up another hour, write the whole thing. You don't need to write the whole thing.
That's coming back.
You could just like have the idea and go back to it.
Second guessing.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
second guess.
I don't second guess. I just like, I trust
that's
myself.
That's why that makes total sense.
You have to trust yourself and be like, okay, man, like I'll sleep on it. It's going to be there in the morning. Let me just get back to it in the morning. But like at least you have it written down so you don't forget.
It's like that tenet of like leaving, you're writing something creatively, you're working on something and you're at the end of it, but you're in the middle of an idea and you leave the sentence half done. It's like a technique, I forgot the name of it. So the next day it's like, oh shit, I just have to finish that sentence, and then you go into the flow of back to the writing and the creativity flowing.